Radio Cardiff 98.7 FM.
I'm very pleased to say that joining me down the line right now is Kim Wilde herself. Good morning, Kim.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
I'm very good. How are you this morning?
I'm pretty good, yeah, pretty good. Lovely sunny day here. What's it like where you are?
It's not looking too bad. It's not particularly sunny, but it's dry, and we're in Wales, so we're always thankful for any dry moments we get, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Where are we speaking to you from this morning, Kim?
Well, I'm at home, and I'm just sitting on the bed in my birthday onesie.
Fair enough. Well, as long as you're comfortable there. Now...
Yeah, I haven't worked out if it's a polar bear or an Arctic fox or something. I'm not quite sure what animal it is. It's got a small tail and funny shaped ears.
Fair enough. Well, tell us. I mean, that song we just heard, the cover of the Supreme song. Why did you choose to cover that song in particular? Was sort of Diana Ross and Motown music in general the sort of music that you were brought up on?
Definitely was, yeah. My dad has some great Motown vinyl in his record collection, and yes, I was a big Motown fan. But actually, Ricky, my brother, whose idea it was to do this song, was doing some songwriting, as he did a lot and still does a lot during my career. And he came up with some chords that he thought he was just about to write a new song for, and realised that they sounded kind of familiar. And that's when he got the idea for us to do a different version of it. But the really good thing was I hadn't heard the song for many, many years, maybe only once or twice on the radio up until that point. So when I went into the studio, went in with a really fresh approach, and I think that's what gave it its energy.
Okay, well, that's. I mean, as I say, that was 26 years ago. That's that song. You're back with a new album and a new UK tour. It's your first tour, I think, for 30 years. What have you been up to for the past 30 years, Kim?
Well, so much. I mean, I got out the music industry when I was about 36. Everyone pretty much, I imagine, might know what I was doing up to then. Mind you, maybe they weren't born, so I'll just fill them in. I had an 80s career throughout the 80s, and then mid-90s I decided to get out of the business, and I got married and I had 2 children and got into horticulture, and I went back into education and I started studying about plants and garden design, and then I spent a good several years really just focusing on that. And recently I've been recording again. I've made several albums in the last decade over in Germany, which have been released there, and I've been touring pretty constantly, increasingly over that period, abroad, and here I've been doing the Rewind 80s tours, which have always seemed to go down really well.
Okay, are you still doing the gardening stuff?
We do our own garden. I don't do any professional stuff much, although I did help co-present the Chelsea Flower Show with an Australian gardening team this year. I kind of keep my toes in it from a professional point of view. But as a gardener, I'm a full-on gardener here in our own garden, which requires a lot of work.
Full-time gardener and recording artist as well. You've done it all. So let's talk about the new album then, because a new album out just in time for Christmas. Tell us all about it.
I'm really proud of it. It's got 12 songs on it, and it's got 6 original songs, Christmas songs. I've always loved Christmas, not just since I was a little. I mean, obviously since I was a little girl, because Santa used to come, which was just fantastic. And so of course I loved it.
Are you saying he doesn't come anymore?
Well, he does come. He does. He definitely does. But I'm a big, Christmas believer. I still kind of, part of me still likes to believe that he's up at the North Pole with those elves, getting stuff sorted as we speak. And, the kid in me never really wants to grow up when it comes to Christmas. And the album I'm really proud of. Rick Astley's appearing on one of the songs. Nick Kershaw, my father Marty, sings a Fleet Fox track with me. Even my little daughter sings some backing vocals on one of the songs. So yeah, there are 6 sort of traditional, or several traditional Christmas songs, and quite a lot of original stuff. I hope people like it.
Well, we're going to hear that Fleet Foxes cover in just a few moments, actually. But also, you are on tour. I don't think you're coming to Cardiff this time round, but you're just down the road from us in Bristol. Tell us about the gigs you're doing.
Yeah, I'm only doing 3, and we put them in a while back just to see if people might be interested in coming to see me. I'm going to be appearing with Nick Herschel also, and I think we're in Bristol on the 18th of December, and I'm doing one on the 19th in Birmingham and one in London on the 21st, and it's going to be a big Christmas party, basically. There'll be a lot of snow, and there might even be some antlers.
Well, what Christmas party would be complete without some antlers? How do people get more information and sort of get hold of tickets for those gigs?
I mean, if you go on, if you went on kimwilde.com, all the information about the album and the gigs and everything that I'm up to is on there. It's a very good reference site. Yeah, kimwilde.com, you can't go wrong. And
are you still doing your radio show on the weekends?
I do, yeah. I work for Magic FM in London, and I have done for nearly 5 years now. And I really enjoy doing that show. It's great. I love radio, and it's a nice personal medium between me and the public, which I like. It's another reason why I love Twitter. I think that's really good fun. So anyone listening right now want to follow me, come and have a chat with me on Twitter. I noticed several tweets about this show this morning.
Well, there we go. It's the power of Twitter is getting stronger and stronger, and I guess
I love it.
And I guess it's one of the things that's quite different now to when you started your career. The way that you're able to interact with fans.
I really enjoy it. Yeah, Twitter particularly is something that I'm pretty active on. And, of course, sometimes you get some, you don't get many unpleasant people come on there. And, of course, you can always block anyone who's a total pain. And most people are just great, and they have a lot to share. And it's wonderful to be a part of other people's lives, but at a bit of an arm's length. There's something I like that about Twitter. I mean, you can get more involved, as I have done. I've got involved in various charity campaigns and sent stuff off and received stuff and met up with people. Actually, I worked with a fabulous comedian called Charlie Hides through Twitter.
Okay, so there we go. Kim is definitely advocating Twitter there. Kim, what are your plans next? What you got lined up for the new year?
Well, we've already begun writing a new album, so I imagine I will get that released towards next autumn. So I'll be working on that. I've got a big tour actually in Germany for a whole month with Alice Cooper. Can you believe it?
Wow!
So I'll be doing that for a whole month in March. I'm focusing on a new album, so I'm not going anywhere after Christmas. You can't put me away with the decorations.
Apart from Germany.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gigging all the time. There's seven of us who tour around doing gigs all the time, so I won't be stopping that after Christmas. It continues. I love it. I love live music, and I love performing in front of an audience still. It's incredible.
Okay, well, hopefully we'll see you down in Cardiff in the not-too-distant future. But let's finish. We're going to play that Fleet Foxes cover from the new album, White Winter Hymnal. Tell us, why did you choose to cover this song?
Well, I just loved it. I saw them sing it at Glastonbury, and my dad's always liked kind of quirky, interesting music as well as harmony-based songs. And I thought it would be a perfect addition to my album Wilde Winter Songbook, and just kind of a different point of view with a wintry theme. So it's not just Christmas songs on the album, they're kind of wintry songs, and this is one of the most wintry.
And it's not just you on this, you've got the whole family involved in this track, I think.
Actually, yeah, my brother Ricky Wilde sings on it, my niece Scarlett is on it as well, she's in my band. So yeah, there's 4 of us, 4 generations singing on this song.
Okay, well, Kim, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on The Breakfast Show this morning. Thanks so much for taking the time out to chat to us. We're going to hear that track now. Good luck for the gig in Bristol on the 18th of December. KimWilde.com is where you need to go for more information on the album and the tour. And here she is with the rest of the family and a cover of the Fleet Foxes, A White Winter Hymnal. Kim, thanks very much.
That's great. Have a great Christmas, everyone.
Radio Cardiff.